Welcome, everyone, to episode 12 of the All Around Podcast. Today is May 9th, 2017. My name is Nick. Joined with me always is the lovable Jeremy.
Hi.
So, Jeremy, what's on today's topics?
I think the biggest thing is Injustice.
Yes, we should probably
As
talk
it has
about that
been.
first. Yes.
Because Injustice is something we're both very hyped for.
We'll also too. Let's kind of bring this up real quick too. So this episode might be a little weird. There is not too much information. There was not too much information that got posted out this week.
Birthday's the Beginnings came out.
We'll go. So at first we didn't think we were gonna have a lot to talk about, but I feel like we'll be able to go in on that now.
Oh, we're gonna have a great time.
Okay, so first for Injustice. So we were kind of doing a couple of rumors for a lot of the stuff with the DLC, but the first DLC pack got confirmed and the information for it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so who are the characters for it?
So basically the way they're doing the DLC is they're gonna do 3 packs of 3 fighters.
Yep, 3 on 3.
It looks like they're going to be very diverse in the way that they do it, because the first 3 are Starfire, Red Hood, and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
So we're going to get a lot of very different dynamics. They put out a silhouette of the other characters that we might get later.
Yep.
One of them looks like Raiden.
Yes.
From Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
One of them looks like Black Manta.
Definitely.
So
those two almost look guaranteed.
Yes. Yeah. So if we're getting this whole Sub-Zero Raiden thing, I wouldn't put it past them to have a third Mortal Kombat character in there later.
Yeah.
Which I really wanted to be Kitana.
Yes.
So.
Or that could even be though the one where they flip it up completely. Like, I mean, everybody's still rooting for like Spawn.
Yes.
Or Hellboy. Yeah. Or something like that. So that might be.
I would rather Spawn than Hellboy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Well, I mean, because I've seen Spawn already work combo system-wise in like a Soul Cal game, so yeah, I could definitely see. And Spawn too, I feel like could have a lot of variations.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So.
Speaking of that, Mr. Freeze is also in the game.
Well, yeah, as a premium skin.
As a premium skin for Captain Cold.
Yes.
So that leads me to, what if we might not get a character that we want, say, I don't know, Deathstroke. But Deathstroke could be a premium skin for Deadshot. Or
same thing. Even like Superman could either get like Bizarro or Cyborg Superman, because that was a skin in the first one. So
Black Canary could get Banshee.
Yeah, another big one that I was thinking of actually for a while is because he's no longer in this one, but have a premium skin for Black Adam with Shazam.
Yeah, where Shazam will be the skin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because Shazam's not in the new one, but he was in the original.
Yep.
But yeah, have a premium skin for him.
Spoilers for the first one, he died.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sad.
Never forget.
I don't like Shazam.
Savage.
I don't like Shazam.
But he was a good guy. I'm just saying. He was a kid. A kid got murdered.
Alright, fine, I guess I'll
It could have been weirder. It could have been like the group of kids back in that lore, when the group of kids made Shazam. That was a weird one.
That was a weird time period.
Yeah, it's a very weird. But I will be honest though. So Sub-Zero is gonna kick ass completely. Yep.
I can't wait to see a Sub-Zero Captain Cold fight.
What I'm hoping though is I'm praying that they make Sub-Zero's combos in this not as stun locky as in Mortal Kombat. The only reason I say that is because I don't see a lot of stun type moves in Injustice.
I mean, Captain Cold has quite a few already.
Yes.
The Flash has a couple.
Yeah. There's like those dazed ones and stuff. I just hope it's not like 50% of his move pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I want to enjoy the fight.
It will be.
No, I don't think so either. But like I said, it's just one thing that the second I got the second I heard about that info, I was like, awesome, but oh no. Yeah. You know what I mean? I had that immediate
thing. It's cool, but
yeah.
Is it?
Oh dear, possibly. But yeah, the biggest two. I mean, Sub-Zero's gonna be sick, but the biggest two, Red Hood definitely in Starfire.
Yes. Can't wait for Red Hood.
Yeah.
Because Red Hood's just going to be, he's gonna be very quick, and I liked watching the gameplay of Deadshot that I've seen, and I liked playing as Deathstroke in the first game.
Yeah.
But I feel like having a character basically with just a handgun, being able to go very quickly back and forth, I think is going to add a very interesting dynamic to it.
Well, I think he's definitely going to have almost that kind of mix of like Batman and or Nightwing-esque combos.
Yes.
But with guns.
Right.
So he's going to have way more utility and range, which is going to be so sick. And, in my opinion, almost more importantly, I think that's the perfect character to utilize this whole armor upgrade, different appearance
yeah,
system.
definitely.
I can't wait to see, especially for all three of them, like even Starfire included. I can't wait to see what these characters are gonna look like with different armor sets and stuff.
Do you think we could get a premium skin for Arkham Knight for Red Hood?
It could definitely be possible. I wouldn't put it past them at all. I wouldn't put it past them at all.
That'd be really
I think
cool.
that'd be really, yeah. And that's even like that's a perfect premium skin too. I don't want to see extra armor on it.
Yeah.
Like that is the armor.
Right. Yep.
That'd be so sick.
I also can't wait to see Starfire versus Firestorm.
Oh yeah.
I think that's going to be a really cool matchup. I also really want to see, as we go further down this line, we have Cyborg, we have Robin, we have Starfire. Can we get Raven and Beast Boy? And a story expansion.
Yeah.
Where we get a
for
Teen Titans story expansion.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I think it'd be really, really cool. I think Beast Boy would be an incredible character to put in a fighting game.
Well, he's been a rumor for one of the DLC characters, but based off Beast Boy as a silhouette, that's impossible to guess.
Yeah.
Because he could be just in like a gorilla form. Because
Yep.
there's the one bigger silhouette. I think
In
it's
the
like
background,
in the
yeah.
background. I think it's on the right side with like Raiden. I think it's like next
Yeah,
to Raiden.
yeah.
It's on the right side of the picture.
Looks kinda
but
like a rock
left
monster.
of Raiden. But my thought was it was I can never think of his name. It's like the demon, that almost like white looking demon. He has like a red almost shirt and like a green cape. He always has like blood red eyes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was thinking it might be him.
I don't think he's well known enough to be put in the game.
Yo,
course.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah, Gorilla Grodd's not really well known enough
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
He's only going to be there because of the Flash TV show.
Well, he's gonna be the main dude for the
The Society.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
society. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the only reason they're using him. I mean, same with like. I feel like the same goes for like Black Canary and like Firestormers because now that they're on TV, they have more well knowns they can be put in the game.
Very true. But
'Cause-
also too that's another thing too. If we're talking about premium skins, is like you could definitely see all the CW variants.
Oh, yeah.
You could probably see
See
one
the Justice League ones too.
Justice League. Yep, especially with Wonder Woman just coming like about
Yeah,
to
oh,
come
yeah.
out. Yeah, they could definitely do that.
Yeah, I mean they do enough of it on the app.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just
Just get 'em
like
in the game.
just commit to it. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know how much they're gonna push premiums. You know what I mean? Because it's all pay.
Yeah,
It's all pay out of pocket.
I think it'll be. I think at least every single character will have one premium skin.
I hope so. I very well hope so. Just because I would love if like I'm super playing into one character. Yeah, they just give me some type of variation for it, and it's purely optional.
Can we get Man Bat?
No, no, we cannot.
I want Man Bat as a character.
You give me one. It can't be for Batman.
No, I want him as a character.
Oh,
Yeah. No, not a skin. I want him as a character.
you're giving shit for like the demon being too vague, and you want Man Bat as you want Man Bat as a
I want
goddamn
Man
playable
Bat.
character.
Yeah.
Killing me.
I want Man Bat.
But yeah, no, I mean, me and Jeremy have been saying it week after week. We're really excited.
Yep.
We're super pumped.
Going to live stream it on Tuesday.
Yep, we got
which is the 16th day it comes out. Yeah.
16th.
Didn't think about the date.
We have a lot of stuff planned for it. We'll talk about like everything in detail probably at the end of the podcast. But
Yep.
yeah, it's we're just really looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome.
I think it's the first big game of the year that I'm looking forward to. Like this big. Like there have
Yes.
been releases. Like Resident Evil was great and Mass Effect was a big enough release.
I'll say
but-
definitely universally. Like hype for gaming community 100%. For me, I've been like lucky because
Well, you've had
RPGs,
Persona and
Persona and then Tales of Berseria, and thank God both those hit the mark. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm still playing Persona. I'm like 80 hours in, and still just like completely in love with
This
the
is
game.
just the first major release that I'm like 100% invested in.
Well, it's AAA
Like-
title. Everybody's into.
Yeah.
Everybody's into this one, and like, dude, like I even looked further into it. Apparently, it's over. From what I heard, it's over 1,000 different armor pieces for each character,
Yes. Yeah.
which is crazy.
Well, not pieces, combinations.
Yes.
1,000 different combinations.
Yeah. Which is still crazy.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, even with how many pieces there are, because let's even say there's, like 400 pieces for each or something.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense, but let's just say that. But even so, yeah, it's probably only 5 preset image default looks. But
Right.
still, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That's better than any fighting game
Ever.
out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fact that they're adding in that stuff is really cool. So yeah, I mean, I just can't wait to see what the reviews say for it, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We're 1 week away, exactly 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
So super excited. I also want to see how Darkseid's going to play out.
Yes.
Because
Well, and also too, by the way,
he's
so
technically the first DLC.
well, and something too. So we were kind of also because we should kind of get into this for a little bit just to kind of clarify. So we were talking about the game, obviously since it got announced, and we've always been talking about the trailers. But I think now, after finally putting out all the trailers, now we can kind of piece together, at least from our perspective, what most of the story is set up like.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what it seems like is it's a syndicate, right?
Society.
Society, thank you. So I always keep messing it up. So Society, it looks like, I feel like, is going to be the starter out villain.
Yep.
So it's going to be that Gorilla Grodd gets his group together.
Yep.
Harley is going to help out the League, I feel like, because she's the one who's already talking about
Yeah, which
that.
Are they called the Justice League or are they still called the Insurgents?
So I think Batman is starting the Justice League
Again.
when Superman Society with like Wonder Woman and Cyborg is still part of that.
The Resistance. No.
No.
Regime.
Thank you.
Regime.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
the Regime, the Insurgents, and the Society.
Society.
So the
Jesus Christ,
Insurgents,
the names.
yeah, the Insurgents are becoming the Justice League.
Yeah.
The Regime is getting back together as a separate entity to fight the Society,
Yeah.
which is what the League/Insurgents are doing. And then Brainiac shows up,
And then Brainiac shows
and then
up.
everything goes to shit.
Because it's like once they beat Grodd and they beat out
See,
everybody,
I don't even think they're gonna beat any of them. I think
Brainiac's just gonna come in and then just
I
be
think
like,
he's
bam.
just gonna be like, oh man, they're all fighting each other. I'm gonna fucking kill them, and then just shows up, and it's like Civil War-esque, where like Baron Zemo comes in, he's like, I'm gonna pick them apart. So like that,
okay.
and Brainiac's just like, fuck it, let's start a war. Comes in, brings his ship, brings all his
Robot
Goonies,
minions.
yep,
take
and then
over people.
everybody's like, oh shit. So then like we'll see like Grodd and Deadshot and Green Arrow and Flash
Yeah.
teaming up in a cutscene and like,
Yeah.
all right, well shit,
No,
like
it'd be cool.
because one of the trailers you see Deadshot presumably shoot Flash in the leg,
yeah.
and Captain Cold's like standing there.
Yeah.
I feel like at that moment, instead of him killing Flash,
Mhm.
I feel like it's gonna be the Brainiac's just like, hey, like I'm here, and then they turn and it's like, oh shit,
shit,
and then
yeah.
they're gonna like, oh no, what do we do?
And then they're all gonna team up. Yeah. No, it could
Yeah.
be very interesting. I'm actually really intrigued to see how the ending's gonna go. Also, too,
too.
another thing. I don't know if you got a chance to check them out. The achievements got leaked.
Yes, I don't want to look at them.
Okay, never mind. Then we won't talk about them.
I don't want to look at them because
They're-
I don't want to be spoiled on
all,
anything.
All I will say is this, though. Most of them are very situation based.
Yes, I knew that. I saw a lot of. I've seen
Some-
people talk
Yeah,
about
some.
them, but
I mean,
haven't
without
actually read
putting
them.
like full spoiler, like some are time based.
Yep.
And some are doing a meter burning regular move, but
Yes.
with meter burn, either finishing a certain character or just finishing a character even on a stage. Multiple things. It's very
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting. I thought it was cool. Very like punny on itself with it. A lot of inside Injustice humor jokes. The one thing though I was very surprised with is almost all of them are situation based. I was very surprised there's not like an achievement for like get your first character to level 20.
Yeah.
Get customize one character with all epic tier loot.
Yeah.
None of that. At least so far. At least
Huh.
what I've seen. They could most certainly add stuff or they could change stuff around. But yeah, from me looking at the whole list, I didn't see any of that. And that was like, of course, the situation ones are cool.
Yeah.
And that should take up most of it to make it interesting. But yeah, I was very surprised. I mean, of course, they had one get halfway through the campaign, beat the campaign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basic stuff.
I wonder how long the campaign's gonna be.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about beforehand. I mean, I
Because
think
the first one was 13 chapters,
yeah, it's pretty long. I think this one's going to be just as long.
if not longer.
Yeah, if not longer. But
I'm hoping it's longer.
I think 13's a fair.
Yeah,
Shake.
but there's so many more characters now. I want to see them all equally represented.
I don't think we will. I don't think we'll play
Well,
as
I
every
mean,
character.
Not even every character, but every character that we've seen in story trailers. Like,
Oh,
there's
100.
Batman,
Oh, yeah.
Batman, Superman,
Oh,
Supergirl,
yeah.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Flash, Captain Cold, Deadshot, Poison Ivy, Grodd, Catwoman, Cheetah,
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, Aquaman. I think I had all the ones in this.
Yeah, you hit most of the major ones.
Yeah. So I want to so right there that's 14.
Yeah.
I want to play at least one chapter with all 14 of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not Cheetah because she's not that important.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of those.
Yeah.
Maybe even like, well, I feel like they will intentionally put Poison Ivy
Yes.
Specifically with the fact because she's new.
Yep.
Like, they'll
And
do
then
that for a lot
I
of
want to have a chapter for Scarecrow. I want to have a chapter for Joker.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see some weird combination between Joker and Scarecrow.
Joker, I don't think they'll do. Only because I think...
Joker might be side missions like the Star Labs.
I think you will fight Joker a lot throughout.
But you won't play as him.
Oh, and then also something that I found interesting. I don't... If this is too spoilery, I'm very sorry. But, an interesting achievement that I found in the game, but the game already kind of confirmed, is in the story as well, to add on top of just like it being a mainstream thing. There's also side stories.
Yes.
So there is side missions you can do.
Yes, I knew
So
that.
already that the game is probably, in my opinion then, I think based especially off side stories, that it probably is, like, it could be potentially the whole roster.
Yeah.
You could potentially play the entire roster, every character, just based off even side stories and everything else. They could most certainly do that.
It'll be interesting.
Yo, I'm all for it. I'd really love to. They haven't said anything. I think it'd be really cool, almost kind of like how we were saying before, if DLC characters either had extended story chapters,
Or even
or
like
they
their
did
own mission or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or they did have some type of like outside initiative. Like
Yeah.
that'd be sick if Red Hood and Starfire like were teaming up
Yeah.
to take out insert Black Manta or just somebody. You know what I mean?
Or if it was like a thing where like Red Hood was like got some kind of crazy like mission from Grodd on the side, and Starfire was the one to stop him.
Yes.
And then you got to play both sides of it.
Yeah.
And then Sub-Zero's just like,
What's up?
yeah, he's like, hey, bitches.
Dimensional rifts are weird.
Yeah.
Where am I? What's going on?
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. So more of the story. We're still super pumped.
Yes.
We're gonna still keep ranting about it. I think it's our new Switch.
Yeah.
Like it's our
Yeah,
new.
it's the new Nintendo.
New Injustice Weekly update. I think that's what's going on.
It's got enough. I mean, today they dropped the all you need to know trailer.
Yep.
Which talked about guilds and multiverse.
Oh yeah.
And a whole bunch of stuff that like is way too far to even get into.
Well, I think it's really cool because almost like the multiverse thing, for like really quick for people who don't know, it's set up very similar to how the tower challenges were in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Where you go through arena type setups, and I really love those too because a lot of the multiverse things are specific dialogue based.
Yep.
For those, which I thought was really cool. Not all of them, I could already tell, but they take place in alternate worlds. The shaders for characters are different. Like, you know, like there's.
We've already seen. I forget which one it was, but it wound up being that Jon Stewart was the premier skin for Green Lantern in one of the other multiverses. Yeah.
Yep, there's
so
even
it's already like stuff like that that's really cool.
Yep, there's even that. There's like even a potential multiverse where Joker does kill Batman and then rules the world. And like even the Justice League has to bow down to him.
Yes, it's all
like
these crazy,
just crazy
like,
scenarios and stuff. And the shaders more fit it. Because there was one where Supergirl comes in and she's in purple and green, and I was like, "Yo, give me that shader!" I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
so
so they really excited.
Yeah, so they could definitely do a bunch of stuff. I think they have a lot of options. So yeah, now it's just waiting the fucking week.
And thank God nothing else is coming out. Like nothing else big is coming out at the same time. Like I can get Injustice and just play Injustice.
I know.
Like there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Around.
For me, the only thing is like I'm just gonna have to temporarily put down my life's work of Persona.
Oh, yeah.
But that's it. I mean, other than that, it's just
Fire Emblem.
Yes. So Fire Emblem is coming out on Friday.
Yep.
The 19th.
Yep.
The 19th. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It's literally Fire Emblem Gaiden from Japan, just getting essentially reported. The whole really cool thing about it is the major feature too is the whole 3D walkable environments now. That's like the whole thing that's changing the game. It looks really good. I really would like to see more. The only thing I'm kind of like mad about is that they didn't even in the trailers and stuff, they're not showing me enough. Like they're showing me the two main characters and the kings, and that's it. Like because it's the two different factions now. It's a very Fire Emblem Gaiden's almost set up very similar to almost like a Romeo and Juliet scenario where it's two families of two different factions. They're not necessarily fighting, but they're also not really friends either. So,
rivals.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of that in between. I definitely think it's that basic story. I haven't played Gaiden. I never played like an import or anything. But I definitely think it's going to end up where it's like two families. They end up fighting the entire most of the campaign. An evil presence / dragon. It's always a dragon. Fucking evil dragon shows up. They all have to team up.
Yep.
And then all the faction members. But the only thing I'd love to see too is like even a preview of some of the side characters. Another thing that I found very interesting that I found out last week was a season pass got announced for the game.
Yes.
which season passes have been known for the Fire Emblem ones that have come out in 3DS.
Yep.
The very interesting thing, though, $44.
It's more than the game.
It is more than the initial game. They said altogether, it's 16 individual DLCs. They are going to be bundled in packs, though. I think it's like 4 DLCs per pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Some
because there's 5 packs. So
yeah.
They'll do it
roughly,
some weird way.
Roughly. Some of them vary, but they have talked about adding extra characters.
And each pack
maps.
is completely different priced.
Yes.
Because one of them's like 15,
yeah.
one of them's 8, one of them's 20, one of them's 12.
Yeah.
If you bought everything all together, I did the math. It was
It's
like $68 that you'd spend for everything.
It's
if you
way
don't buy
more.
The season pass.
So it is cheaper.
Ridiculous.
But I am very interested. Like, I'm assuming then it's going to be like one is like the first Fire Emblem, so it's Martha and Roy. So they might super upscale the price on that and be like $15 for that one because it's important.
Yeah.
They might
and then they'll throw in something where like if you have the amiibos and this DLC, you get this, that, and the other.
That's
thing.
the other thing too. I'd really love for them to talk about what the amiibos do, and they haven't
we
at all,
and
it's like super annoying because it's like. Obviously I'm going to get the new double pack that comes out.
Yep.
But yet again, like I'd love to know what all my old Fire Emblem
names?
characters do.
I don't remember.
Alm and
Celia?
Selena.
That's it.
I thought at first it was like Cecilia, but no, it's Selena.
Okay, see, every time I think of it, I always want to say something in celiac. Like it's definitely not celiac.
So it looks very interesting. I just I hope that they did enough improvements to make it feel new. That's the only thing that I was like a little bit worried about was like because it's an older game. Not saying that older RPGs tell bad stories. I just don't want the story to feel dated based off how the Fire Emblem series has been going. That's my whole thing. I'm also very interested to see too when that does come out. If Fire Emblem Heroes, the like app game, I'm very interested to see if they do anything with it.
They might.
They
did do a celebration kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean they did do a bunch of events and stuff, kind of before it, and they did actually do like the orbs, which you use to summon like to get more characters in the game.
Right.
They did do a Japan celebration when it came out last month.
Oh, that's cool.
Because in Japan it's already been out for a month.
Yeah.
So I was like, God damn it. So it looks pretty interesting. But yeah, that's really all we've heard for Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
At least
it's
on
not
that
been
front.
a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been very vague.
I know in Japan it got decent reviews, but it was to them it was a remake of a game already. So it's not
exactly.
Like there was anything.
I'm very interested to see what
kind of reviews
what
we'll
the
get
states. Yeah, exactly. For it being a totally new IP technically.
Yeah, essentially. So moving on, something that we mentioned last week when we did our whole big Call of Duty rant. Something was rumored called Black Ops Chronicles, which was rumored to be a game consisting of a whole bunch of different zombie maps. Well, it turns out that Black Ops Chronicles is actually the very rumored Black Ops 3 DLC 5, which this is the first Call of Duty to get a DLC outside of the Season Pass.
But it is DLC, so it is just an add-on.
Yes. Yep,
for the game.
Yep, for Black Ops 3. Which this is also the first time that Call of Duty has gotten a DLC pack after the next game in the series came out.
And after an expansion came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because an expansion already came out for Infinite Warfare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I think 2 of them have at this point.
Almost.
Yeah.
I think, PlayStation might have got.
Yeah, PlayStation might got the second one. But it's 8 zombies maps. From World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. They're in German. Some of them. I'm going to mess this up. But here we go.
Godspeed.
So, Nacht der Untoten.
That sounds good.
Verrückt.
Okay.
And Shinonuma, which are from World at War.
Yes.
Those 3 are in it. Kino der Toten, which is the movie theater, which is my favorite from the first Black Ops. Ascension, Shangri-La, and Moon.
Yep.
The other 3 also being DLC ones from Black Ops. And then Origins from Black Ops 2. So 8 of the most iconic maps. It's $30, which is twice the price of the normal DLC.
But totally worth it.
Yeah, I feel like you're getting so much for that price.
Oh my god, yeah. That's like the DLC. That's gonna bring Black Ops 3 back.
Oh yeah, and it's not even like a lot of people were confused at first. It's not a port of these maps. It is a remake of these maps.
Full remake, yeah.
They are taking it from the ground up, just like they did with the Modern Warfare remake. But Treyarch is behind it, and Treyarch is the best Call of Duty developer I think we have. So.
And then the crazier thing, what's the date on it?
So May 16th.
So next Tuesday.
Which, yeah, super
It's out
soon
next Tuesday.
on PS4.
Yes.
So we
Of
still
course.
don't have a date for Xbox.
Yeah.
We still don't know if it is going to be 30 days like everything else was. We're going to assume so. However, going off of that, Destiny,
Yeah.
another Activision game, which is also partnered with PlayStation.
PlayStation, yeah.
Based off of different licensing and release date and agreements and things like that, Destiny is very PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've
to
been.
the point
yeah.
where Expansion 1 and Expansion 2 for Destiny 2 are a year exclusive.
Yeah. Yes.
So we won't get those on Xbox for an entire year.
Now, here's the thing, though, that I think we talked about it before, but I was very curious on this. Because I don't know if you know the specifics of it, because this is where I was confused. Are they talking about a year as in 2017 as opposed to 2018? Or do they mean 365 days?
365 days.
Okay, because what I was going to say was, everybody's freaking out about it. My initial thought was, oh, so they're just saying the DLCs are going to drop in 2017, and then we just get them in 2018 as like January, February. No, it's literally a whole year?
It is supposed to be a year from the release date of each expansion.
Why?
Well, in Japan,
yeah,
Destiny 2 is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. It
wow.
is being published by Sony in Japan.
Oh my
god.
God.
That's not 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
But every single piece of marketing says published by Sony.
Damn.
Which Sony is not going to publish a game for Xbox.
Of course not. Yeah.
Now, Microsoft published Dead Rising,
Mm-hmm.
which eventually did wind up on PlayStation.
Yeah.
If anything, this is going to be a very, very timed exclusive, and it's going to be like a year later that Japan even gets the game on
That's
Xbox.
crazy.
But I mean, let's be honest. How many, Japanese gamers really have Xboxes?
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot.
Yeah. No, Sony's definitely the market there.
Right.
100%.
So it would make sense, like, if the sales were down on Xbox, Activision would just partner with Sony, and Sony would just publish it.
But it's like you're going to screw over the entire rest of the market.
But that's my fear now for this. Because we don't know how long
I think Call of Duty's too big, though. I think Call of Duty's too big. I think Call of Duty's too big to go, you're going to cut a whole market. Especially, here's what I want to say is, especially because of the resurgence already just in Black Ops 2 alone, from people coming back to it now with the backwards compatibility. The fans of Call of Duty are just as big as PlayStation. Even with PlayStation owning the exclusivity.
Depending on, though, the contract that Activision has with Sony.
I hear what you're saying.
Because if it's not 30 days, and there's no set day, like, we may not get it on Xbox until July.
Oh yeah, it's very true.
Which is going to be very troubling because I want to play this.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm not going to play it on PlayStation.
No. But like I said, I don't think it's as severe as Destiny is.
No.
I wouldn't, like, with Destiny,
because it's too big of a franchise. Which,
it's
at the same
too
time,
big
though,
to fail.
Destiny 2
is big.
had 175,000 pre-orders worldwide week one of its announcement.
Yeah.
World War II is only at 85,000 as of, like, yesterday.
Yeah, Call of Duty's always been tricky, though.
Yeah.
But also, too, it is coming out technically 2 months later.
Yes.
As well. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, with the way Destiny 2 is kind of... I mean, like I talked about it, I don't think last week, but I think the week before.
Yeah, it was the week before.
Yeah, like I said, the way that they're kind of doing the whole, okay, you're a veteran player, whatever.
Yeah.
It still really kind of burns me a little bit. I mean, I'll be honest, if they really are sticking to their guns with that 365 days thing, I probably am not even going to bother to pick it up until the first DLC drops. Because why am I even going to play it when they're just going to give me a DLC in a year that's going to subsede all my character stuff?
However, if Destiny 2 has enough content on it
to make it worth
it, then I'll get it.
Oh, 100%. But I will say this, if it is the same content that was in Destiny 1, I'm waiting.
Now, the other thing too is every article that I've seen that has this rumored year release difference.
Yeah.
It says a year after release. Does not say year after release of expansion. It says a year after release.
Yeah.
So it could be that expansion 1 and 2 just come out a year after Destiny 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, see, some people are thinking that it's worded that expansion 1 comes out in February of 2018.
That'd be fucking crazy.
For PlayStation, and then February of 2019 for
Xbox. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that would be fucking crazy if they did that.
I wouldn't put it past them, though.
That'd be fucking nuts. I hope not. Like I said,
I hope not either.
I don't know, but I hope not. Yeah. Ugh. Goddamn PlayStation.
So let's move on to things that actually got released.
Okay.
So Prey.
Yes.
Prey got released on Friday.
Prey's the thing.
Prey is a thing. Prey is, you take BioShock, you take Dishonored, you take Dead Space, you put them in a game, and you get Prey. And Prey, looking back on it, Prey came out, 6 months after Dishonored 2?
Yeah.
Arcane's working on both games. Arcane's relatively small. Arcane did beautiful work on Prey.
Oh, yeah.
I think Prey looks great. I think it plays great. It got 80% on Metacritic,
Yep.
7.9 user reviews.
I think it's just like the graphics are really good, and I think the game is just really solid. I think it's just solid across the board. They didn't make like the most exceptional game, but they definitely put enough work into it where you can tell it wasn't lackadaisical by like
it wasn't anything that they were like half-assing.
No,
it was
no,
a
not
game
at all.
to put out, and I think they've actually been working on the game for a really long time, maybe even before Dishonored 2 even started production.
Yeah.
But apparently Speedrunner beat it in 20 minutes.
That just got fucking announced today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah. Timeline-wise, the game's not that long.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the game, at least to my understanding, I was picturing this game as like a 20-hour campaign. You just kind of went through and had to go this place to that place to this place to that place. But apparently you can just go from room to room to room, play it smart, and be like, oh, hey, so I win.
Yep.
And I don't want to do that. I want to play through this game. I want to stretch it out.
It's anywhere roughly, because a buddy of mine already got through it. It's roughly like 10 to 16 hours.
That's not terrible.
It's not terrible. It's
but
not
if you
the
can
best.
speedrun it in 20 minutes, that means that there's enough shortcuts and enough content to just blow through it. Now, speedrunning also, you don't care about the story. You just want to get to the end.
Yeah, you're just skipping through.
Depending on how long the cutscenes are. Cutscenes could make it pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to play it. I want to play it eventually. Not gonna play it anytime soon.
Yeah, with everything coming out.
Yeah,
right
way
now.
too busy. Super into Injustice. I want to play Prey at some point, but not now.
Yeah, same. It's just right now. Like I'm still fully into Persona, which if you haven't checked it out, please for the love of God check it out. Best fucking RPG that came out this year.
It's alright.
It's amazing. Best part about it. I'm not gonna go like full rant. Best part about it. If you've never played the Persona series, they literally like cater to people who have never played the game before.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, if you're not into turn-based RPGs, if you're not into the whole setup, or just if you're especially intimidated by how big Persona is, especially being like an 80-plus hour campaign, which seems like fucking impossible. People who have never gotten into something like that, They make it very easy for you to get into it. They make the cycle very systematic. You know what's going on. They introduce stuff very slowly, but not too slow. There's never a point in the game where you go, oh my god, just give me the next thing. Because you don't even know the next thing exists. And like you're just playing, a month goes by in the game and you're like, oh fuck, I have this new thing where I can fuse personas now? What? And then oh my god, and then the game gets blown open. And then there's another feature that you get to go to a whole new area that has, an arcade and blah blah blah, and then you're like, oh my god, there's a whole new area to go to, and then you just keep doing that. So there's so much. Please play it. Sorry. Anyway.
So Prey came out on Friday,
Prey's
doing
amazing.
pretty good. Keeping up with pretty good sales. Bethesda says right on track to where they expected it.
Yeah. Other games that came out this week.
Which one do you want to start with?
Let's do Flat Out.
Alright, so Flat Out 4 came out.
Yep, it did. It's a game.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It happened.
So, Flat Out 4 is the sequel to Flat Out 3.
Yep. As all of you know.
Yeah.
As every listener here knows what we're talking about.
Made by the same studio that does WRC. The studio that did WRC 6.
Yes.
Which may not be the same studio as 1 through 5, apparently, according to that
Allegedly.
review. But apparently,
oh god,
it is not a very good racing game.
Nope.
To quote UK Gamer.
Yeah.
It got a 61% on Metacritic, which I guess isn't terrible. I mean, it's like a D-.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not great.
7 out of 10 on a user review. It's just old.
It's just a game.
It's not a game that needs to be out right now.
Nope.
It's along the lines of like Burnout Revenge and Split Second. It's not a game that people are looking to play right now. It's not a game that, the same could be said for like Yooka-Laylee, that like people don't want a 3D platformer right now, so people are going to give it bad reviews. But this is just a bad game that also did not need to come out.
Well, like I said, like same thing. Like I think it's almost even a bad comparison though to compare it to Split Second and stuff, because those games did have, like even at the time I remember when those games came out, like there wasn't a necessity for them, but people went, oh, I should check those out.
Yeah, because they were cool though.
This is not even a game to check out.
Yeah, this isn't even cool. It's not something remotely. I mean, it's the fourth entry in a series I didn't know existed.
Exactly.
Like, apparently Flat Out 1 and 2 were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Flat Out 3 was just, according to that review, god awful. And Flat Out 4 is just a very bad racing game.
And keep in mind, we're really only quoting one review, but we've seen multiple. We looked up all the reviews on Metacritic, but yeah, that one in particular definitely stood out.
Yeah, I mean, there was a review that had it at a 92 out of 100 and said it was a very good game.
Yeah,
and said that it, mechanically it felt good and it felt like it was what they wanted. But at the same point, that was from a website that dealt with racing games.
Yeah.
So
which even so, then it almost sounds worse.
Yeah.
Because then it's like you deal specifically with racing games. You still gave this a 90, and it's like, have you played the other racing games that are out? Like, what'd they give Forza? 205? Like, based off that score. Jesus, what were they like? Oh my god, it's like not even on a Richter scale of things.
The Richter scale.
Well, I don't know what else would you call it? The speedometer? The speedometer of the speedometer of
I would have
rating?
just said the meter. I don't know, not the Richter scale.
I don't know. Anyway, though, so besides Flat Out,
it had a 7.9 magnitude.
But besides Flat Out being a thing, the best game of all time on PS4. Speaking of PS4's dominance on the market right now.
Except this came out for both PS4 and PC.
Did it come out for PC?
Yeah, it came out for PC.
Shit. Anyway,
doesn't matter. More importantly, it came out for PS4.
More importantly,
it's called Birthdays: The Beginning.
The Beginning. Let me hold on before.
But it's not. There's no semicolon in there. It's Birthdays: The Beginning.
Yeah, it's Birthdays: The Beginning.
It's not a subtitle.
Really quick though, so before, because spoiler alert, we're gonna fucking berate this game. Before we berate this game though, it was the company of Nipponichi Software.
Yes.
Which is known for Disgaea and like Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Yep. And it also said it was from the director from Harvest Moon.
Yes. So there was, and I'll be honest, when because I usually follow Nipponichi like separately, like a lot based off all their stuff, because I'm like the biggest Disgaea fan. So when I heard about the game, I actually was a little bit interested. But the second I saw the images and how the game was set up, I wasn't really a fan. Only because it looked almost like very like if you took Sims and then put it in the Minecraft developer setup, but in the background of Sims, so you're not experiencing. Yeah, it's Spore because of the whole aliens. But yeah, it's just very everything feels very distant. Like even when you're creating everything and it feels new. Just even looking at the trailer, because like I said, I didn't play. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite here, but it looked so distant to me, and it felt very disconnected. That's not my type of game.
Very difficult.
Yes.
Like it looked like it did not have.
The controls, the controls didn't look simplistic for a game like that. Especially, well, on PC maybe it was easy, but on PS4, on a controller,
no way.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
My first thought when I looked at the cover of this game, and turned to the back, and looked at the images that it gave me, my initial thought was, wow, Gumby fucked Minecraft. Because everything has a very clay... rubbery look to it.
It does, like even the T-Rex and stuff.
Because it's dinosaurs and aliens in this weird...
Jurassic Park meets aliens.
Meets Gumby.
Meets Spore in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like...
Sims. It's very weird. They tried too many things. I mean, let's be honest. They tried way too many things.
Adorable.
Yeah.
But it's...
It's not. No, they tried way too much shit.
It got a 69% on Metacritic, so it actually did better than Flat Out 4.
Yeah, which is bad. But more importantly... so as we usually do when we look on Metacritic, we look up the score that Metacritic gives it over its overall, and then we also look up a user score.
It didn't have a user score.
Didn't have a user score because the game is so far and few between for people to play it that there's not even a fucking score out there right now. And like I said, we haven't played it, so I'm not going to talk too much shit. But like I said, from what I've seen from it, and usually even me in particular, I usually give Nipponichi games an extra chance. Even the kind of sometimes out there ones I'll try out just to see. Like Trillions is a good example. I don't
ain't
know if you,
touching this one.
I don't, yeah, no, but I don't know if you ever heard that one. Trillions that
Yes.
came out last
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Half the time it's text based, choose your own schedule, life sim almost for kind of what you want to do, and then flips to epic. Like on your last, there's only one boss battle the whole game. The
Yeah.
whole game is one massive boss battle you fight over multiple characters, which I thought was super cool. It's a really interesting story. Yet again, not that popular.
Nope.
Not that popular at all. Got extremely overlooked. The ratings for it though were very good, but yet again, it just got very overlooked. And I checked it out. I gave it a shot. I loved it. But this is one of those ones where it's like, nope, it's a sleeper title. It's gonna stay a sleeper title, and it's just something where good concept, not good execution.
Yeah.
Potentially has potential if you make a
happens
sequel, but
way too often lately.
sadly. Well, the thing I think the biggest problem we have now, and maybe it's like just kind of like in the, in our generation at least for what's going on, is like I just feel like with gamings with new IP is more nerve wracking than welcoming, in my opinion lately. Before, when I used to hear a new IP, like definitely when I was younger, I would be like, oh my god. Like in my teens, I was like, oh my god. Insert whatever. What is it? Yeah, exactly. Like Bioshock. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. What? And then like I hear something now, and my first instinct is like, which it should be. Finally, it's fucking different.
Yeah.
But the problem is like,
what are they gonna do with it?
Well, the issue I keep having is I'm very tired, and I hear it all the time with like every game ever. And like even the games that we just talked about are a great example. Like for Prey and Birthdays of the Beginning. I'm just tired of like hearing a game, and even we do it because it's the best way to describe it. But it's like what is Prey? If you're trying to explain to someone who doesn't know it, well, it's like Bioshock. I'm just tired of games that are like other games, and I just want them to be their own thing.
The other issue too.
That's very difficult. I'm not saying that that's easy too.
Definitely.
Like Jesus Christ, that's like impossible with everything out.
The other biggest issue too is AAA companies are not putting out new IPs.
No, not at all. No, there's no desire.
They're revitalizing like Prey.
Yep.
Prey is a reboot of another older game. Quake Champions is a reboot of Quake. Right there. There's 2 of Bethesda's 7 games that they're working on.
That are
Morrowind.
Remakes, really, yeah.
It's not another entry in Elder Scrolls, kind of. It's a Land remake with a different story.
Yeah.
It's Ubisoft tried For Honor.
Mm-hmm.
It failed because it was so different.
Yeah.
They tried Steep.
Yep.
It failed because it was so different.
But the thing is too, though, Steep was a great game. I played it.
I hated Steep.
Really?
Oh my god, I hated Steep.
I actually liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty cool. I wish that they would have had more fun with the tricks and stuff. I think that's where they messed up. But I did love the whole online concept was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They should integrate that more.
I thought it was way too simulation based.
Yes,
I wanted more of an arcade.
I completely agree. If they would have even put in, like I said, more tricks, like SS Tricky-esque,
it was
like,
open
it would have
world.
been amazing. Yeah.
But at the same time, there were so many things that were blocked off because I wasn't a high enough rank or a high enough level.
Yeah.
So I slide all the way down this mountain, and I can't teleport back up to it because I can't get to that point. But I was just there because the game put me there.
Yeah, they should have done fast travel or something.
Yeah, and then I went to Alaska or whatever the other part was, and I'm just like, oh, this is neat. I can't go anywhere here because I'm not a high enough rank. Why would they let me go here if I can't teleport to anything?
Just limit it all.
I just thought it was, a waste of time. I wanted an SSX that was open world, and instead
that was not it though.
No,
and it never promoted it.
No,
though too.
Correct.
That's why for me I wasn't that disappointed because from what I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's not SSX.
Yeah, it's an open world extreme sports game.
Yes,
and that is what we got. Mm-hmm. But I got a simulator. Yeah. I didn't get a game.
No.
Like Forza is a game, but Forza is a simulator too.
Yeah, it's also a driving sim.
Right. That's what we got with Steep. I didn't want that. I wanted a game that I could do all these crazy tricks, fall up on my head, and then oddly get back up like an old pro skater. I didn't get that. I got you died. Start over. What? Like, what? No.
I did not know your salt on that was so real.
Yeah, I was so excited.
Very real.
And it disappointed me.
Damn. All right, well now we know. All right, so
we started talking about all these games, and then we wound up shitting on Steep. I'm sorry, Ubisoft.
Yeah, Jesus, good lord. So we already kind of went over every game that came out this week.
Yeah.
We kind of brought up games that are coming out next week, but now I think the last thing we need to talk about is the game that just got announced.
Yeah, the biggest game of the century.
So real quick too, so me and Jeremy heard through the grapevine as well too that there was going to be some type of new game announced, and we were going back and forth on what it could have possibly been.
Yep.
Jeremy was thinking new Guitar Hero possibly.
Yep.
My biggest one was I was thinking new potential Assassin's Creed. Which, by the way, I mean, we still have E3 coming up. These could still be things.
Oh, yeah.
But this is not what it was.
Yep.
Jeremy?
Nope, it was NBA 2K18.
2K18. Now, please, Jeremy, since I am, like, the non-sportiest sport dude of all time. So now there's 3 different editions.
He's non-sporty.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sporty when it comes to NBA.
Other stuff, yeah.
So, like, you know, I might be able to get by here.
Yeah.
I know who Shaq is.
We'll survive.
Thank God.
Yo, same. Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm not that sports illiterate. Yeah. I know things.
I know who Steph Curry is.
Yeah, see, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
Kobe. Yeah,
Kobe.
There's a lot. Yeah.
And LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Jackson.
Yeah. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
All right, and you might have just lost your privilege. Now we're both on the same.
And now I'm done.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Now you're done.
Yep.
All right, so standard edition because they announced the editions. Now there's 3.
Yes.
Which they have done 3 before, but the price range are totally different now.
Yeah, because it's very, very, very different.
So here, so we'll break it down. So 60 for the standard.
Yep, and the standard does not have an athlete on the cover yet. They have not decided.
Okay.
Then there's the legend.
Yep.
Which is $100.
Which is usually what like the extra edition is older, but
because normally the legend is 80.
Yes.
So well, first off, let's backtrack for a second. So NBA 2K16, they started these different editions.
Yes.
They started the regular one. They started the Michael Jordan edition. Then last year for 2K17, there was the regular, there was the Legend, and then there was the Legend Gold.
Yep.
And it was the first Legend series. So Michael Jordan was technically the first one on this Legend, but it wasn't considered the Legend series yet. So last year, Kobe, who was the first Legend, had 2 different editions. He had the Legend and the Legend Gold.
Yep.
Legend Gold just came with more stuff. This year, that's kind of different. So the Legend Edition is 100.
100.
Yep, it's 100 this year.
$100.
It's got Shaq on the front. You get 100,000 VC.
Yep.
You get 20 my team packs.
Yep.
You get a couple stickers and trading cards in real life. You get his jersey and sneakers and a couple other things, power customizations in game. Then there is the Legend Gold Edition, which is digital. And if you want the physical version, is only available through GameStop.
Okay.
Which is very different, being that NBA is such a large seller. You would think that they would go through every retailer.
Yeah. Very weird.
Yeah. So it's $150.
Big edition.
But you get so much with it. You get 250,000 VC.
That's crazy.
You get 40 My Team packs.
Wow! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Jeez.
You get his ring in game.
Mm-hmm.
You get his whole collection of jerseys. You get 14 different pairs of sneakers.
Damn.
You get the 3 trading cards, the stickers, and you get a poster.
Outside of game.
Outside of game. If you do it digitally, it's the same price.
Which is fucked up.
Yes, because you don't get the special
and the trading cards and stuff.
Yeah, so you don't get the physical items.
Damn.
So
they really do give you essentially almost over $200 worth of stuff.
Easily. I mean,
yeah.
250,000 VC is. Well, I can't do the math because it changes every year, but.
Well, isn't 75,000 usually 50?
Yeah. So
205.
It's a lot of money.
Math. Moral of the story, it's a lot of math.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
So, I mean, the VC plus the 40 of the team packs.
Yeah.
Like, that is a lot of packs.
Oh, that's a bunch. Yeah, 205, that's just short of $150.
Yes. Plus.
Right there.
Plus, in
right
addition.
There. The Ultimate Team packs as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that's even more on top of that already. That's crazy.
In addition, if you pre-order it, either digitally or physically at a store, they're giving you 30,000 VC
on top of it,
and 5 My Team packs
for the new game.
Yes,
cool.
On top of everything what's already in it.
Damn.
So you're getting 280,000 if you pre-order the gold.
Jesus Christ.
And 45 of the packs, plus all the custom apparel for
But
Shaq.
also at the same time, though, here's the thing. For dedicated NBA people, which there absolutely are,
Yes.
there is a massive fan base for it. It's like the perfect setup.
Yeah.
My only thing would just be like $150 for, like, no offense, this much physical content, and not even like. And that type of edition doesn't really need a statue or something.
No, it'd be cool to get like a little Shaq minifigure or something.
Yeah, either that or even do like a jersey.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, for $150.
Now the part that does kind of justify it is the amount of VC that you're getting, plus the amount of the player packs that or the team packs that you're getting, the amount of money somebody's gonna spend on the VC anyway. It's gonna wind up equaling about the same. So,
oh yeah.
And plus getting everything at what is basically considered a discount is pretty good. But they also changed the cover art this year. The cover art for the game is very pop art-ish.
Oh.
It's very abstract shapes that are kind of all around. There's not the gleaming red background, so you can't get 14, 15, 16, 17, you get all those confused.
Yeah.
You cannot get this confused with it.
It's
but
different.
the logo's changed. They changed the font. They got rid of the glossiness. It's very like a abstract color. It's just straight up.
Okay.
I don't want to say matte finish. But it's very bright.
Okay.
It's a very bright cover. And it looks really, really good. It's actually one of the only sports covers that I've actually looked at that's really grabbed my attention. And I definitely think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
But it looks like their marketing is going to be very similar to like I don't want to say a Target ad. It's like an edgy Target ad where everything's pointed.
Okay.
But it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
If I remember to do it, I'll put a picture of it in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Because as I was told the first time that I went like that with my phone.
It did not work out too well at all. But yeah, no, it's definitely interesting for the fans. We're definitely not gonna buy it, but it's a thing.
I might.
Oh, there it is. Jeremy might get it. You're not getting the.
No, God no.
Yeah,
no, it'd be the $60 version.
Yeah, that's what.
But I might get it.
Yeah, Jeremy might check out the new one. The new one
especially depending on what they do with the story. But I've always liked Shaq, so I'm not gonna get his big edition. But
even Michael Jordan interests me a bit. I checked that one out for when 2K16.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, when 2K16 did it. That one was pretty solid.
Yeah, that was also annoying too when we had the 3 different covers.
Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ.
It was just like, this is ridiculous.
Well, that was 2K17, wasn't it?
Nope, that was
16. No, it was 16.
17 had Paul George on it.
Yes.
That's another name I know.
There it is. See, you're getting them. It's not that bad.
Just give me NHL and I'll be alright.
Yeah.
I can talk about NHL for days.
No, wait. Oh, yeah, no. Because, Kobe was 2K17. With the Legend editions.
The Legend.
There it is. Yep. Okay, I'm getting it straight. That's what I thought, because I was like...
Going before 2K16, though, I have no idea.
Yeah, then it was, Well, 2K15 had 3 people on at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They were all, like, jumping for it. Yeah, I remember that.
And
I don't know who they
14 was Jordan? LeBron. 14 was LeBron. I don't know. 14 was somebody. Going like that.
It's LeBron, it's not Jordan.
It was probably LeBron. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
LeBron? No, yeah.
Athletes, sports ball things.
Sports ball.
Sports ball, sports pop.
Yeah, but that's that's pretty much it for this week. Even so, I think we pretty much covered most of everything. We'll definitely, we'll be going. So, that's the other thing too. So we should probably let's go into some projects that we have going on for the next week.
Yes.
Okay. So we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
I think the main thing is that as well we should talk about that. Usually when we do the podcast, we usually do it on Tuesdays.
Yep.
For the next episode, we might push that back a little bit
because
just to
of
give
the
everybody
live
heads up.
streams with Injustice.
Yes, and more in particular too. I really think me and Jeremy wouldn't feel appropriate really going in on it because of how much we've been talking about without really putting in our personal opinion or review. Ergo, it might be the wait for episode 13 might be a little bit longer. Shouldn't be by the end of the week. It should definitely be before that.
Yeah.
But in theory, just a forewarning, it might be a little bit longer. We might dedicate maybe the first 30 minutes to purely just Injustice and really go in. So it might be a little bit longer that way. So just something to look out for if you're super into it. Definitely the first thing you might want to check out if you want to skip over the Injustice stuff. We might even put a heads up.
If you watch the live stream, we'll be reviewing it as we go.
Yes,
so
and
you can hear our comments.
Yes, and speaking of which as well too. So for the live stream of it, because we'll be getting it, at midnight on Monday. But to get everybody, adjusted and acclimated to it. We'll be starting our live stream at 11 a.m.
Tuesday morning. Yep.
So for anybody listening for that, we'll be posting a bunch of notifications about it as well on the Facebook page. So that's definitely the major place you want to check it out.
And it's probably going to go all day.
Yes.
We're going to start at 11. We're going to go through the story. We're going to go through multiplayer. Yep. We're going to go through online versus. Yep. We're going to hit the multiverse, the guilds. You're going to watch us build characters, watch us level up.
Mm-hmm.
At some points, it might just be one of us doing the story at one time.
Yep.
Depending on our work schedules and how things go. But definitely at some point you will see us and some friends maybe too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Going in on it and seeing everybody's opinion.
Yeah. Oh, so. Yeah. No, it's going to be great. So we're really trying to celebrate as much as possible. Even at least for me personally, I have most of Tuesday and Wednesday free. So yeah, my goal is to live stream as much as humanly possible for it.
Yep.
On Tuesday, for example, worst case scenario, we might have the live stream broken up into kind of 2 blocks. We will keep everybody informed on it for what's going on with it.
Yep.
That's the major thing. But the definite thing that is 100% confirmed right now is 11 a.m. on Tuesday, the 16th.
Yep.
May 16th, we will be playing for at least 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, throughout the day.
Guaranteed. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Because like I said, even if anything, if I'm half as dedicated as it was for Dark Souls, I did that for 7. So
yes. Yeah.
I'm not worried about putting in the time for it.
Yep.
Just to put it out there. So that's definitely like the biggest thing. Like I said, the podcast, we'll be talking about the review for it. We should be pretty amped for that. We always keep trying to, by the way, improve on the video. We'd love to hear your comments, suggestions on that. We got some better lighting. Yeah, we've been trying to illuminate better. I got some more curtains back for our early-ish recording today. We got some more paintings and such up, so so I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then the other thing too, we did see Guardians.
Yes.
So we will be putting up at some point. It will probably be next week.
Yes.
But we'll be putting up probably about a half-hour spoiler-filled review.
Yes.
So on the podcast, we may touch on the fact that hey, it's a thing. We'll give it a quick 2 minutes, trying to keep the podcast to video games for now.
Yeah.
Well, as we switch things around. Which I know we've been vague on that, but we're getting there. It's becoming a thing. But the review will definitely be us going ham. So if you have any comments or thoughts that you want to throw at us, and you want to know our opinion on why X character did this with character Y and that at that location, we're going in.
Yeah, questions even in particular. I think we'll do this. Please, if you already have thoughts and suggestions about it, please leave the comments in this episode. We'll also do a post on the Facebook page.
Yep.
We'll do a post maybe a couple days before. We'll probably even do it the day we upload this.
Yep.
And just give everybody a heads up if you want to put questions and comments for us to answer in the next video for when we do that. Because that'll be an individual episode for that. That won't be episode 13. Because episode 13 will stick with games and stuff like we were talking about with Injustice.
Yep.
But yeah, so we'll definitely go in on that. Yeah, we'd love to hear comments, suggestions, all that type of stuff.
And if you guys want to talk about Guardians, or if you guys want to talk about Injustice and keep it spoiler free, you can feel free to send us a private message on Facebook or email us. It's just playersoftheroundtable1@gmail.com.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then that way, people aren't screaming at us.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking out. Yeah, exactly. So it should be great. But yeah, on that note, guys, so just to wrap up, yet again, episode 12, May 9th, 2017. Super amped for the 16th.
Yes.
And on that note.
Our first episode under an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We did it. Yeah. But on that note, Jeremy, good evening, good night, and good luck.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.